guys, today I look super tanned and I'll let you know why at the end. But to begin this makeup look, I'm using my e.l.f. brow kit, and this is in the shade dark. I used to use light, but now I'm so tanned that it looks grayish and super light on me, so I just don't like that. But I really love this one in the shade dark. All I'm gonna do is I'm just going to shape and fill in my eyebrows. And right after I do that, I'm going to take my MAC concealer. This one's in the shade NW25. And I'm just going to start carving out and cleaning out my eyebrow. And this is just going to do that, clean it up, and make it look sharp. For foundation primer, I'm using this SMASHBOX primer water, and I'm just going to apply that all over the face. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using a mix of everything. I don't have any foundation that matches my skin tone at the moment. I'm just so dark, literally like 5 shades darker than what I was. So first I'm going to pick up the L'Oreal Infallible, and this one's in the shade 108, and it's super light, so I have to darken this foundation with another foundation, which I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 315. And then I'm going to use some yellow concealer from LA Girl, and this is going to give me a nice yellow undertone because I really love my yellow undertone, and you guys know. And once I did that mix and tried it on the skin, I noticed that it was still a little too light, so I had to go back in with another L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and this one's in the shade 111. And just little by little darkened the foundation up, and it wasn't perfect, but it was okay. It was workable. I would prefer my foundation to be slightly lighter because then it's really easy to just bronze it up and darken it up. But if it was darker, it's a lot harder to lighten a dark foundation, if you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm just going to take that foundation mix and I'm just going to apply that all over the face. And as you can see, this gives me a nice even tone. Going back in with the concealer from MAC in the shade NW25, I'm just going to apply that all over the lids, and this is going to cover my discoloration, my veins, and it's also going to act as an eyeshadow primer. And I'm also going to apply that underneath the eyes, and this is going to cover my dark circles, and it's also going to highlight that area a tiny bit. Picking up this Milani bronzer. This is a baked bronzer in the shade 05 Soleil, and then I'm taking the Kat Von D Shading Light palette, mixing the two darker bronzers with the Milani one. I'm just going to start applying that on the hollows of the cheeks, on the sides of the forehead, and on the jawline. I've had a little bit of trouble trying to find a bronzer that's dark enough and that it does give me a nice contour without being too gray or too ashy or too muddy looking. So that's why I've been using a very light hand with the bronzer, because I don't have the perfect shade yet. Picking up this highlighter from Milani again, I'm just going to highlight the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, and then with the Kat Von D Shading Light Contour Kit, I'm also going to mix the two darker bronzers, and I'm just going to start creating some shadows along the sides of my nose, and this is going to create an illusion that my nose is slimmer and longer. Mixing two blushes from Milani. One is Dolce Pink and the other one is Bellissimo Bronze. I'm just going to use this blush mix and I'm just going to apply that on the apples of the cheeks, and this is going to give me a nice healthy glow. And I'm just mixing a lot of stuff right now. I just don't have anything that matches my skin tone at the moment. I'm just going to set my under eye using this Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 330, which I used to use it as a bronzer before. And now I'm setting my face with it. I'm also going to make sure to set the rest of the areas that I haven't applied any powder, and this is going to set my foundation in place. Taking this L'Oreal setting spray, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to set my makeup in place, and this is going to help the makeup last longer. Once again with the Milani highlighter, this one is in Fantastic in Gold. It's just so beautiful. I'm just going to apply that on a C shape on the highest points of my cheeks, on the cupid's bow, on the chin, and just a little bit above my eyebrow. Going back in with this stippling brush, I'm just going to blend everything together to make sure that there are no harsh lines. With this NYX Jumbo Pen in the shade Yogurt, I'm just going to apply that all over the lids, and then I'm going to take this spray from L'Oreal again, and I'm going to be wetting this pigment from BH Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Nice Shoes. And I'm just going to apply this pigment all over the lid with my finger, and then I will apply that with a brush, and applying it with a flat brush is going to give me a more precise, cleaner, and sharp application. Once I do that, I'm taking the Milani highlighter and I'm just going to apply that on the highest point of my eyebrow and on the tear duct area, just to highlight that area a little bit. With my NYC liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to do a thin line on my upper lid, and this is going to help me blend my falsies with my real lashes. Taking this Essence brown eye pencil, I'm going to apply that on my bottom waterline. And then I will take any mascara and coat my upper and lower lashes. For lashes today, I'm using the velour lashes, and the style I will leave it in the description box. I can't remember it right now. But as always, I place the lash in the center of my real lashes, and then I place the lash strip on the outer corner, and then I place the lash strip on the inner corner. And then here I'm just making sure that the lashes are placed properly. For lipstick today, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. I am in love with this shade. It's just so beautiful. I love it. When I was pale, I didn't like it very much, but now I really do like it. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lips. And that's it for this makeup look, you guys. I hope you enjoy. Mwah. Hi guys, what's up? I'm just here, super tanned, and if you're wondering why am I so tan, it is because I have been in the Republic Dominican. I always get confused, like in Spanish is Republic Dominican and in English is Dominican Republic. Anyways, that's besides the point. What I want to say is that I've been in Dominican Republic for 10 days, and believe it or not, I have been here. I've been back for a week, and my tan has washed away because I've been exfoliating, and I've been trying to get rid of it because I'm too dark. I have no foundations, nothing matches. So every day I wake up and I have to put makeup on. I have to customize my foundations. I have to make them up. I have to tweak them. It's so much work. Because sometimes my tan is orange, sometimes my tan is nice and brown, sometimes I'm really yellow, and then sometimes my face is lighter than my body. It's just hectic. It's just chaos right now with my makeup. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't have very much makeup for this skin tone, so I've been just experimenting and waiting for this tan to go away. Anyways, you guys, I hope you like this makeup look. It's kind of like my go-to makeup look at the moment. I kind of been doing this makeup like every day. Well, it depends on the foundation and how my skin is doing, but overall is similar. I do change the lashes and the eyeshadow and the lipstick depending on what I have to do. Like if I'm gonna go to work, I'm not gonna wear eyelashes or thick bright pigments. I'm just gonna go light eyeshadow and some mascara and maybe eyeliner. But overall, this is the makeup that I've been wearing lately. It has completely changed everything, my routine, my products, and again, a lot has to do with this tan, so I have to customize everything to match this new skin tone, and I'm still getting used to it. I've never been this tan ever. No, you know what, I lied. Last time I went to Dominican Republic in 2012, I came back 3 times darker, so I am lying. But then again, I didn't wear that much makeup back then, so it wasn't a big deal, but now it is. And I have no foundation, so I have to go and buy some and get some products because I have no makeup that matches me. Anyways, you guys, I already talked a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this makeup look. And if you did, don't forget to share this tutorial. Because remember, if you found it helpful and if you liked it, there might be other people that like it. But most importantly, that will help them in any way, shape, or form. And at the end of the day, that is why I'm here for. To share what I know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I'll see you guys on my next tutorial very soon. Bye-bye.